Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a... Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play fake. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have a Vikings first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. And some room to roam now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. He will push his way down to about the 14. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Play number 9 now on this Pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. To throw, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed and waiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And some room to work.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
12 more yards there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5.
Touchdown, Washington.
Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none-two plays, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It was Deron Payne who got in there to make the play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. On first down, right back to Gibson. Room here to run. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On second down, a run with Gibson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Play action now, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Cousins gives way to Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go. It's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open right side, complete to Rager. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On play action, Wentz. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Able to connect with Dotson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback?
And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. A give to Gibson running right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 45 on second down. Wentz, he'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Cousins to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Cousins again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They go play action. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Cousins now. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to fit a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a first down.
Joseph's got it. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. That one complete out to Dotson, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 70 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
82-40.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
One more time with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
People talk about plays being blown up. That's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win in both sides of the ball.